Rhamondre Stevenson spoke after practice. Our friend Andy Hart over at WEEI pressing him a little bit on his contract situation, asking, you know, what's going on there, if he's been upset about some other guys on the team getting extensions with him not, asking about the running back market, whatever. And Stevenson told us that he is getting close to an extension with the team. So I've heard that this has sort of been an ongoing thing between the team and Stevenson. He is one of those core guys that they want to try and keep around. Talks have gone back and forth, but according to Stevenson today, they are getting close. So running back is obviously a tricky position, as we know. The shelf lives are a little shorter. You know, you can go back and forth and saying, should you pay your running back? Should you just draft and develop? Elliot Wolf obviously loves the draft and develop, but Stevenson has been a core member of this team. So overall, what do you make of him, you know, kind of letting that loose today if they might be close to an extension? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think they should do it? And thoughts on him overall heading into the season, where he does look a lot slimmer, I will add to. He looks like he's sort of worked on his figure, maybe try and get the speed up here and be a little bit more versatile back rather than just a bowling ball. So thoughts on Stevenson potentially getting close to an extension with the Patriots, Taylor?
Yeah, he did mention that they want to get outside the tackles more often this year. And Rhamondre said he's the same weight, but he's been cutting fat and adding muscle, which is awesome for him. We know in the offseason, like, this dude's a warrior. He's constantly working on ways to improve. The running back position is devalued. I understand why some people may scoff at the idea of giving a running back a second contract or paying them any significant amount of money. But at the same time, if you want to preach that we're going to reward guys, there are very few people that are more rewarding or more deserving than Rhamondre Stevenson. Has he battled injury time? Yes. That's the nature of the running back position. I'm sorry. But at the same time, there have been stretches where he is one of, if not your only offensive weapon. Like, he has carried such a massive load for this team since 2022, obviously flashed in 2021 as well. But then you also talk about the leadership he's brought, like being the elder guy in that room. I think he's right now the only holdover from when Ivan Fears was on the team. And I think there's a lot of value in that as well, teaching guys how to be professionals and all that. And he's also done everything you've asked. He's a good pass catcher. He's probably still their best pass blocker. He does everything for you. So I'm all for it. After Christian Barmore was extended, I predicted that he would be the next priority candidate because, again, one, the character. He's someone you want in the locker room who, you know, Gerard Mayo talked about David Andrews, how he's a leader and exhibits the Patriot way. Like, Rhamondre Stevenson absolutely does that because he has taken a lot of responsibility over this offense and has never complained once. Right. So I love the idea of giving him a reward, however much that may be. And let's also be honest, the Patriots haven't given out a single extension where, except for you could argue maybe Duggar, where you look at it and you're like, that's a little bit rich. Like, they got great deals on Barmore and great deals on Mike and Wenu, who are two of their best overall players. So I feel like whatever it comes down to for Rhamondre Stevenson, I feel like it's going to be at least fairly reasonable. And I'm excited for him because I really do think he's deserving. And one, with running backs not making any money in the way that they are being treated and how kind of messed up it is, it's really cool to see him valued by his team and them saying, yeah, we value, we want you to stick around. They got to cross the finish line. You know, that is still very important. But again, just very deserving. And I'm hoping they get it done.
Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Use the code CLNS for the first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, I think they should, again, I don't know if they should prioritize it as far as it being next. But I guess, you know, when you look at other guys who are in contract years, whatever, like, he is next up. He's the next guy. So I think they should make it happen because you kind of hit it all on the head where he's been the exemplary Patriot. He's taken on a lot of responsibilities. He's turned his game from just a runner to a pass catcher to a blocker. Like, he looks really solid and has been really one of the cornerstones of the offense, one of the better players for them over the last 2 years where the offense outside of him has struggled mightily. So would be rewarding to see number 38 get some extra cash here. He also did mention that he's been watching a lot of Nick Chubb. He turns on Nick Chubb highlights over on YouTube to try and get an idea of what he's going to do in Alex Van Pelt's offense. So fun stuff there. We'll see what they can go. You were going to make one more comment on it?
I believe Miguel Benzon, friend of the show, at PatsCap on Twitter, mentioned that the Patriots would actually save money this year if they did. Now, they don't really need a ton of money, obviously.
Right.
I don't know what they'd be doing with it, but I do think they save money on this year's deal if they do extend Rhamondre Stevenson. So there's a little bit of, if you want more information, you can feel free to go back to the last episode we did with Pat's Cap, or just hit him up on Twitter. I'm sure, he'd love to drop some knowledge, but yeah, I believe it would be in the Patriots' best interest, at least in this year, if they found some way to lengthen that contract.
Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code CLNS and get $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed.